What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connections TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections and spot our differences. And welcome to my channel. If it's your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social medias, Twitter and Instagram at A Connection TV. And let's get into it. We are on week. Well, how many people have we lost? We lost Matt. We lost Lisa. We lost Kenny. Now we're on week 4. Yeah. So Sunday's episode is what I'm reviewing. And things are getting juicy. Things are getting juicy on the live feeds. And things are getting juicy with what they show us. Or the lack thereof of what they show us. Like the minimum of what they show us. But Tucker and Rubina are a thing. But are they really? Because Tucker has gone on record saying that he's just playing Rubina. Yikes. Tucker versus Cedric is a thing. Tucker versus Quinn is a thing. Angela allying herself with Tucker is a thing. Mackenzie has no real alliances, neither does Leah, or Leia, however you say her name. T-Core is flying under the radar. Quinn, Chemo, and T-Core are trying to make this thing a thing with the Visionaries. The Pentagon is still holding somewhat strong. Brooklyn versus Angela, there's just a lot going on in that rhyme. Listen, I want to start off by talking about Kenny. The fact that Kenny wanted to leave so badly. He wanted to be with his wife and his kids. And Kenny is on a video phone. Like, he was recording himself on Twitter. I saw the post on Twitter. And he was talking about how his wife was mad at him. Then he turns to his wife, and his wife is fuming, driving him wherever they were driving. I don't know if they were driving home or what was going on. But his wife didn't say anything in the video. His wife was upset. According to him, his wife said that he didn't make any alliances. He didn't speak game. He didn't talk to no one, or whatever the case may be. And he said he's saying that she said that he did a horrible job in Big Brother. And baby, when he turned that phone to her, she was vexed. I was like, I can imagine, because if they're both fans and they both watch it, like, why, if my husband gets to be picked to go on Big Brother and we're both fans of the show, like, why would she be proud? It sucks, but I hope it doesn't last too long. Like, the apparent or seemingly apparent friction between them, because she was vexed. Tucker won the AI comp, and I'm trying to figure out when people are going to realize that Tucker is a beast. Clearly, they're talking about it now, but not so much on the edited version of the show. But they do realize it, but they can't get him out. And you know what's interesting about Tucker? Tucker doesn't perform well at any of the like memory games or the like puzzle games or anything like that. Like when they have to look at prompters or teleprompters, he's not good at that. Tucker is good at like the physical stuff. And they just need to take him out. They need to take him out. But he's very entertaining, to say the least. Yes, he is. Joseph tells Cedric that Tucker is going to have to win every comp to stay in the game. And, what's interesting about this is that I've seen Joseph talking to Tucker about like a lying or whatever the case may be. So it's interesting seeing Joseph go with Cedric saying that they need to get Tucker out the house. I think, well, that's classic Big Brother, but it's still interesting to see how Joseph maneuvers, because we haven't really seen much of Joseph. We haven't really seen much of Cam, although Cam is stuck in between Tucker and the Pentagon, which is interesting. We haven't seen that much of T-Core, although T-Core is like floating through alliances. She hasn't won anything. It's just interesting to see where people are placed. Right now, I feel like who's disposable? Rubina is disposable. Chemo is disposable. T-Core is disposable. Cam is disposable. Leah is disposable. Mackenzie is disposable. Like, they are the ones that aren't really doing anything in the game for the like entertainment value for us, in my opinion. Right? Although I love Tucker, though. I love Cam. Cam is just great to look at. Tucker says Cam told him that people are against him now. So Tucker is aware that he has to fight hard and that he's like a lone wolf in the house. We get to the HOH competition, and there's kind of like this thing between Angela and Brooklyn. And Brooklyn goes on record saying, oh, okay, when she gets picked twice by Angela. Mad or not? So much so that Brooklyn, after the HOH and after Angela wins, is running to tell how she feels about how Angela made her feel about putting her up or whatever. Shout out to Cam because Cam and Angela were the top two. Cam did well during the challenge, as did I. I was getting the ones that I was able to look at because they kept showing the images, but then going right to the contestants. Stop doing that. Let me see the image so I can get what I need to get. I wasn't able to see two images because they moved so quickly, but I got all the rest. So it would have been a toss up between me and Angela, and I would have won. I just would have won. And I know y'all be saying, "Oh, Wes, we don't believe you. We need to wipe. You need to record you playing." It's not that deep. It's not. Because my Big Brother reviews don't really get that much play, so it's like having to set the camera up and all that. It's just a lot. Just trust your boy. I auditioned. I didn't get it. But it seemed like you got to audition like 7 times to get it for the most part. Well, whatever. I would do well on that game. I would do well on the challenges. I don't know if I would do like amazing being in the house with those people, but I would do well on the challenges. Yes. So shout out to Angela for winning. She legitly won and she beat everybody. And so shout out to Angela. Tucker is ecstatic that Angela won because he just took Angela off the block. And so he feels safe with that. But Quinn is going to use his power anyway, the deepfake HOH. So it's not like it really matters that Angela is HOH, except for the fact that she's safe and can't go on the block because she was going to go on the block. And I like the fact that Angela is aware that she's going to go on the block next week. It is what it is. She's going to be a block queen unless Tucker wins HOH because that seems to be the only one that, she's aligned with. And that sucks for Angela. I think Angela would have been fine, though, if she didn't go crazy on Matt the first week when she was HOH. Cam picks Tucker twice, and Tucker is annoyed. Tucker starts to feel some sort of way when Cam picked him twice in the HOH competition, but Cam was doing what he needed to do to make sure that people knew that he wasn't necessarily aligned with him. So I thought that was smart. I didn't see on the live feeds of whether or not Cam and Tucker have had that kind of conversation about, hey, this is why I did what I did. I'm pretty sure that they did. But yeah. Brooklyn talking to Angela. It's very interesting because I was speaking to Devin about that, and Devin felt that Brooklyn was doing way too much. And I was like, no, she's not. Her feelings are valid because when you think about the concept of being brother and trying to be universally connected to everyone in the house, depending on what your stance is, but you just want to make sure that you're around the way Chick-fil-A with everyone in the house. And so everyone moved a specific way during that competition except for Angela because Angela purposely put Brooklyn on the block, not on the block, but up to compete twice and 2 times in a row. So Brooklyn was valid in her feelings for wanting to talk to Angela to see what was going on, even though she knows that Quinn, who is in the Pentagon, has all the power of this HOH. I really don't understand why Brooklyn was so butthurt about it, but she was to the point where she was crying because she felt some sort of way. I don't know, because at the end of the day, you don't speak game with Angela and Angela doesn't speak game with you. And so it is what it is. I thought that was very interesting seeing Brooklyn for the first time having something to say on the show. Quinn says he's using the power. Angela and Tucker talk. They compare their stats. I like them together. I like them together. Tucker, McKenzie, and Cedric end up on the block. I already know who wins veto, and I already know like more conversations that are had. And Angela is trying to convince Tucker not to be crazy, but Tucker, for whatever reason, thinks he's invincible, and that's just not the case. But it's very interesting, Tucker's stance on things. He's extremely confident. We get a reel of Tucker and Rubina flirting together, and I just wanted to barf, because it's unfortunate that Tucker is playing Rubina. I'm not gonna say all of his feelings are completely fake, but I know he's playing Rubina. He said that he's playing Rubina. Quinn and Angela talk. He wants to know who she will put on the block. She wants to know who he will put on the block. And it was interesting because she said, like, who's your hard no? And then Quinn was like, chemo. And then she was like, who's your hard 2 or 3? And Quinn was like, what? What are you talking about? No, I can't give you that. I thought that was funny. And let's see, what else do we have? He wants Tucker, Rubina, and Mackenzie on the block, but he ends up putting Quinn, Mackenzie, and Tucker on the block, not Rubina. And I thought it was dope how the deepfake HOH was a mock-up of Angela. Scary, really scary. But Angela, like, that's not me. That's not me. And you know what's interesting is that we already know who the deepfake HOH is, so we know it's not her, right? And what I thought was really ballsy about it, even though everybody already knows, is Quinn admitted that he used his deepfake and it is what it is, and why he said put up who he wanted to put up. And I just think this is very interesting now because Tucker's not going home. I'm just gonna say that Tucker's not going home this week, but it's gonna suck if Cedric goes home. It's gonna suck. I don't really care about Mackenzie. Mackenzie hasn't done anything in the game, so it doesn't really matter. But Cedric made some moves, whether or not we thought that his moves were like brave. He made some moves, but Mackenzie can go. I don't know. Who do y'all want to go this week? I'm down for Mackenzie to get out of here. I'm down for Rubina to get out of here. They're not doing anything to entertain me. Anyways, leave your questions below. This has been a quick review. And yeah, Big Brother was cool this season. I'm loving Tucker. I love Angela for the entertainment value. I wish Cedric had a backbone. I want Cam to start doing something so that he can become a player. And I don't want Chelsea to keep playing the background. She needs to start winning again. But anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know who your top 3 favorites are. And as always, stay blessed and stay connected. Deuces.